All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, worshippers of all ages, to Game 3 of the North American Grand Finals here in King of the Sea 13. We are looking at an 0-2 deficit for 0-7. I don't think anybody would have predicted that, as KSC has squeaked out two very, very close early games here. 0-7 spawning here on North in the green, bringing Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Salem, Double Moskva, Daring Marceau, and Shimakaze. Zaf, what has KSC brought here to what could be their tournament winning match?
Yeah, it's do or die for '07. This is a position that they've been in before, as we heard Oskan say. And I just want to point something really interesting out. If you look at the '07 lineup, Raptor, Ace Baby is in the Ohio, and Peyton is in the Moskva.
Ah,
That's
they've changed.
interesting.
It is. They've changed Battleship players. They've been Peyton has been playing Battleship pretty much every game we've seen 0-7. Bit of a change
Right,
there for 0-7.
right. Now for KSC, we have Dastard. I guess maybe he's got like a dice that he rolls and then picks the battleship that goes along with it. Because now he's in
Seems
a
reasonable.
Yamato.
Seems reasonable.
We've got we've got a Montana for the other battleship, and then for cruisers we have a Des Moines, a Worcester. Oh, look at that! There's Floops with the gearing. Gee, I wonder what's happening there. They've got a Stalingrad, a Goliath heading. Looks well. Hatake is backing his way up into that spot. Okay, and then Aussie Zeus. Look at Aussie's smoke there. I wonder if that's. I'm sure it's to help Hatake stay alive longer, but it might also be a little misdirection. I kind of like that play. And you've got the Goliath heading off to the end. For destroyers, we have Marceau, Z52, and I mentioned the gearing earlier. Whew.
Little bit of similarity here. Aussie Zeus and his little favorite spot here on the southwest corner of B. We saw him play this spot on North earlier, dumping the torpedoes where he expects to find a Des Moines. John the Ruthless, not disappointing. John lit now, and you know Dastard is salivating at the opportunity to get around and get a shot in onto John's bow.
You know, we haven't seen this yet today. We haven't seen John get punched in the face. It happened 3 separate times yesterday.
That's true. That's true. Floops is smoke gearing, leading man with an RX-7, but Eagle Lance's Shimakaze Torps headed right for that spot. It's almost like these guys read each other's playbooks.
Oh, this is going to be really bad.
RX-7 is going to have to really dance here, and I can't envision a world where he only takes one of these. I think he's going to take at least 2. Yeah, he's going to take at least 2. 2 big Shimakaze torpedoes early into that Des Moines. 0-7, nobody's fool. They know exactly what's going on, putting those torpedoes out early.
Didn't this happen earlier to KSC?
Funnily enough, Zath, it did. You would almost expect that they would have thought, gosh, let's put the Hydro up early, like, since we didn't have it. The Minotaur got caught out last time without his Hydro. Well, the last time it was the Destroyer that took the torpedoes. This time, it's the Cruiser. There's the shot from Dastard, looking for John.
And now RX-7 does have his Hydra going, so he's safe from the next volley, ladies and gentlemen.
He's safe from the next volley, that's right. John does take some damage there from Dastard. Nothing catastrophic, but noteworthy.
Yeah.
Now, I think they did. We didn't look at it, but it looks like Serpent Lord did sneak into C. KSC has picked up a cap here, but they've continued to move him over to the 9 line. Let's see. Is he within spotting range of Triarch? Not just yet.
Very ballsy play.
It is, but we see 0-7. Like, again, I think, Askan's talked one point about how much research KSC does on some of their opponents. And I think we see some of the fruits of that here, because when 0-7 does play this flank, they generally go way north. There's nobody in range to spot or do anything about that C cap. And so literally, I won't call it a gimme, but it's kind of like free points, right? It allows them, if you play that right, you play it cautiously, you look to make sure they haven't done anything unusual, and then you hop in and grab the cap, pick up some free points, and then bail out. Serpent Lord and Triarch now making contact.
Aussie was under radar for a bit. John just took a little bit of his hit points away. Yeah, Serpent's in trouble here.
Well, he's taking a bunch of damage, and his teammates are going to try and do the same thing to Triarch, but the difference is that there's just a lot more 0-7 ships on that flank. For the moment, though, 5 minutes in, KSC on a 100-point lead on the strength of their early cap advantage here. And honestly, for a while, it's going to, one of the things that I do like about what KSC's done early here, Zath, they've put a lot of early pressure on '07 with the double caps because
Mhm.
by the time '07 is able to step onto C, they're going to be down at least 200 points.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I wonder, I'm sure a lot of these players are going to look back at these battles, and I wonder if Serpent Lord watches this battle and realizes just how many players, '07 players, he ran in front of just to grab the C cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like,
Basically, and got away with it, right? Like just basically
yeah,
got away with it for free.
that's what I mean, right? It's like, wow.
Yep. John the Ruthless continuing to take blind shots into Aussie's smoke. Pieces of Pizza continuing to just luck chuck conga line British daring torps down in Aussie's direction. They know where he is. They want to keep him pinned there. '07 now beginning their turn. This is what they like to do. They like to drive a battleship. In this case is Marin's Kremlin right into the sea cap. But again, as we pointed out, it's already a 200-point lead for KSC, so they've got some ground. '07 has some ground to make up.
Yes. Meanwhile, Death Snail, smoke number 2 is has been deployed. Radar up. They have detected Eagle Lance's Shimakaze.
Well, what I want to know is have they detected Eagle Lance's Shimakaze torpedoes that are
Well,
already on their way into this smoke bloom?
I have a feeling
Surely,
RX-7 is
surely
about to.
somebody in there has their Hydra up. RX-7 now turning bow into these. Coop able to skirt in front of all of them, will not take any of them. RX, however, got to find a gap. Looks like he's got one.
I think he found one.
Yeah, he's good. So '07 shoves a battleship into C. That's what they like to do. They bring one down the 9 line and fill that gap. So again, about a 220-ish point lead here for KSC. 7 minutes gone in game 3. Still too early to call. Definitely not a lost game for either team just yet.
Nope.
We're already seeing pieces kind of leaving the B cap here, Zath, kind of rotating back a bit, maybe to try and throw some more torpedoes, help pincer these guys in this smoke, this doom snail here.
Well, it does make sense. '07 has the C cap. They don't need to worry about keeping so many assets to fight it, as KSC seems to be in a bit of a full retreat. Shadow's kiting away, Danny's kiting away, Serpent they know is low, so he's not going to come back. But look at Marin. Hit the brakes. Nope, he's going to take one torpedo.
Aaron taking at least one Marceau torpedo in the bow. The other ones he's going to be
Yes.
able to skirt out ahead of.
Maybe. It depends if he stops or not. Looks like he's moving. Dastard
He's
had a good shot on
moving.
him too, look like.
He's moving. He's booking pretty good. He's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
8
This is the
minutes
point.
gone. A little bit of static right now. Go ahead.
This is the point when Aussie has to go and test the waters once again. As now Coop is detected,
Coop
RX-7's
is
detected.
Coop is detected. They want to know by whom. They put a radar up, but they cannot see pieces of pizza. Coop takes a Citadel in the bow there from John's Des
Hmm.
Moines. As both of those ships have to retreat back down into the A cap where they've got a little better cover, hopefully trying to break line of sight. More Shimakaze torpedoes coming in from astern of them. They're
Tell
going to
you,
have to
Eagle
maneuver a bit.
Lance has been spot on with these
Oh,
torpedo
yeah.
salvos.
He's been just given a masterclass in timing and how to lead those, right? Spreading them
That's
out
right.
nicely.
Here comes the smoke from Floops. Now, will he take a torpedo? He's got to see them. He sees them now.
Oh no, they were already well spotted. These are 20-kilometer torps, right? So they have a 2.5
Hmm.
kilometer detection range. Floop spotted
Right.
those long before his teammates would have been able to spot them. Actually, are they 20s, Zath, or are they 12s?
I think they're 12s with torpedo
I'm
acceleration, the way that they're
okay.
going.
Okay, so that is not what I expected then. Oh, good hit
RX-7.
there, huh? RX-7 from astern. Ace Babies Ohio getting a little bit of revenge there. Man,
Trarix Marceau going in the middle of the channel here. Look
K
at Bastard.
KSC has a lead, Zath, but it just feels so tenuous right now.
Yeah, but
Dastard
Dastard.
Dastard making a play for B. I think this is twofold. I would have expected him to have
Oof.
his guns looking left for the Ohio, but he doesn't. They're kind of looking straight ahead. Do you
Floops
think
just
they Floops took a
go ahead.
torpedo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you think they know that Triarch's in this gap?
Yes. Aussie sent torpedoes at him earlier, so he either was spotted there or radio location pointed to it. As more torpedoes are coming up that gap right now from that Marceau. Serpent Lord.
I think they're going to push. I think they might push this Yamato all the way around to try and punch John in the face
Yeah,
or in the
that's
stern.
exactly what I'm thinking is about to happen. Dastard hasn't been detected yet, I don't think.
Now maybe you go around the front of the island and push him back for the Montana. That's Danny, who's been getting mercilessly farmed, but is still in the game. Because if John backs up too far, you
Oh,
have
Floops!
shots.
Oh, Floops takes a Shimakaze
Oh
torpedo. He's on
no.
555 health right now. Feels bad.
Floops cannot afford to get spotted now. It just feels like KSC's hold on this game is so thin, Zath. Like they have it, but
Hmm.
can they really keep it? It just
RX-7's gonna take a torp, and there he goes. And
yeah.
Coop might take. Yeah, he's gonna take a torp too.
Oh,
Oh goodness.
the beautiful cross torp work from Pieces and Eagle Lance has just decimated this Doom Snail.
Yep.
They're gonna eventually wipe out KSC's position here. Dastard does bag B on about a 120-point lead here. 8.5 minutes to play. But man, I don't like KSC's position at A just feels so tenuous. And they've given up so much ground on the other
Mhm.
side of the map. You start to wonder where they're gonna be able to pick a kill up.
Yeah, and then Aussie, look at Aussie, rotated to try to help stem the tide at sea. Elgar really low with the Moskva, but he's just backing off right now and healing up.
Yamato shells going out on the Moskva. No, ooh, a big hit
Kremlin.
on Marin.
Yeah,
Big hit on Marin's broadside there.
but Marin's in a Kremlin, so you know.
Yeah, it's just a Kremlin. No one cares.
Danny though,
Oop.
look at Danny. Danny going down all the way in the bottom.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've been hounding and chasing Danny. That Moskva Salem pair has been melting him for a while now. I'm surprised he's lasted this long, if I'm honest. He's done everything he can, but there's only so much man can do. A few more shells will seal the deal, and there it is.
that's it.
Just like that, 07 up 2 ships. KSC, again, still with the lead. This game is not over, but it feels like it's starting to maybe slip away from KSC, despite the fact that they have a 70-point lead.
Well, yeah, I mean that Death Snail over at A is pretty much
It's gone.
done.
It's over.
We got another smoke going up right now, but I suspect that's more just so that Floops can use that as a deterrent for the Shimakaze in Ohio from getting into the cap, which is just as important. And look at Dastard's position now in the Yamato.
Yeah. Now, well, they're trying to slow down this ridiculous Moskva Salem push from the edge of the map that's just been
Hmm.
crushing them, right? But they're also doing a really good job of putting damage in on Marin. Marin's now down under 20K. I'm not sure what his heal status is when the last time he popped one is, but if they can continue to put damage on Marin, they might yet bag that kill. That would be noteworthy.
Shadow Wolfish going down.
Dastard's got single fire daring torpedoes coming up from astern, but he dodges them for the moment. They do get Shadow Wolfish again down on the bottom of the map. It's a 3-ship lead and a lead change there for 07 as they bag B and they're up 3 ships. Marin's dark now. They can't see him anymore. Who
Yeah,
can
those
they see? Ugh.
torps are awfully fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Eagle Lance, the cross torp action, honestly, between Eagle and Pieces over here at A, just a masterclass in how to do that. And man, what a devastating impact it's had on this flank.
Yep. Marin is gonna get away with his health. He's just, nope, I'm done, boys. I'm gonna just turn north now.
Looks like he is. He's healed back up to about 23,000 as he's starting to turn and run north out of the danger zone, as it were. Dastard's pushing up, I think, trying to get a shot on him.
He's got 4 people shooting him right now. Just
Dastard either wants this shot or wants to bag this kill.
wow.
Oh, a big hit from Dastard on a Marin. Not enough for the kill, though.
But more importantly, I'm surprised Marin's shot did not Citadel Dastard through the cheek.
He didn't get the cheek there. Dastard goes out, 4 ships up. I just don't see how KSC does this now, Zath. They've done no battleships. Their destroyers are on slivers in the case of Floops. They may yet bag Marin. They have the opportunity to kill him, but I mean, at this stage, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best if you claim Marin, and it does look like it's going to happen. And there they go.
Yep.
That keeps it close. Still only trail by 90 points, but you're only ticking up the 1 cap. You have a 3-ship lead. You have no apparent kills on the horizon.
Right.
I just don't see it.
And you've got a full health Daring chasing after you.
Yeah. Like, I don't see it. 07's going to stave off elimination here. It looked really good for KSC early, but that 07 push down the 9 line, they weren't able to deny it. And sure enough, they were able to use that push to burn down one of the KSC battleships. Some really, really solid cross torpedo work over at A bags them. I won't call it a lucky kill, but I will call it a kill a long time in coming, let's say. And,
let's call it a strategic kill.
There you go. As they are finally able to convert a kill anyway with all of that torpedo work, and it's just cleanup mode at this point.
Oh yeah. Yep. Coop might even take a torpedo from.
He very well might, and like the ultimate insult, he may yet go out to a torpedo here. No, he's going to go out to a fire. No, he put the fire out. He's turning.
Yeah.
Oh, they turned out of range. He would have taken one. He would have turned into that one. It wouldn't have been able to dodge it at that speed. But he survives for the moment. As Eagle Lance now finally going to bag A.
Yeah, but
that A flank, Zath. Eagle Lance and Aces Ohio. What a masterclass in bend but don't break.
Well, and you're right. The key was absolutely coming in with the Daring, right?
Yeah.
Just coming in there, doing the cross torps. I don't think that the Death Snail was expecting it. And as a result, that Doomsnail was broken. That's huge because it meant that really KSC had no place to run to. They couldn't all just head towards A because they're all running away from A.
Yeah.
And they couldn't just run to C because they're all running away from C.
It's over. KSC knows it. Hatake is sitting broadside to a Salem, just waiting for the Citadels to arrive.
And nope.
Here they come.
Here they come.
And that's the game.
Here they come to win the game.
Indeed, 07 pushed to the brink of elimination. Staves it off for one more game with a win here in Game 3. They're a long way from the reverse sweep meme that they are known for, but step 1 achieved. KSC leads the series 2-1, and we'll be going to Game 4 on Land of Fire here in a little bit. I don't really know what to say about that game, Zath, other than I think 07's plan, they executed flawlessly. They knew what they wanted to do with the 9 line. They came down. They did exactly what they wanted to do. KSC didn't seem to have an answer for it.
Well, they did what 07's best known for, right? They're known for being willing to rotate around and be flexible, and their movement is really fluid. Now, I know you're not an anime guy by any means, C-Raptor, but I will tell you, watching them play really makes me think a lot of the anime Cowboy Bebop, because in that show, when he goes and he fights, when Bebop goes and fights enemies, he turns the enemy's movements into his advantage every single time, and it's a beautiful dance, and that's exactly what we saw happen just now with 07.
All right, well, let's head back to the studio. We'll bring Boggsy and Ascant into the conversation and chat a little bit about this game.
Hey, Zath. Bang.
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
Cowboy Bebop, man. Bang.
Oh,
that's how Spike goes out. Anyway.
That's right.
That was really what I think we were expecting to see. We were expecting to see a few things with that specific match, on North. 07 knows that like the back of their hand, they're going to perform. But we also got to see not only 07 winning trades, but 07 performing at really high skill. And I mean, let's just definitely call out Eagle Lance for those torps. I don't know how many Shimikaze torps he landed. It had to be at least like 5 to 7. And those things look like hammers.
It was a lot.
Yeah. Again, I think Raptor put it this way: just textbook masterclass on cross torping and landing torps against the Doom Snail. Eagle Lance, and then the other DD that came over, was it
Pieces Daring?
Pieces Daring to literally get cross torps in this smoke cloud. It was just brilliant. If you have a smoke cloud like that, maybe we should talk about this afterwards, but like if you have a smoke cloud you have to make use of that smoke cloud, meaning you have to be putting constant pressure on something that cannot get away from you, or push something so far out that you can then rotate and do something else with your doom cloud. And the worst thing you can face in your smoke cloud is a shimikaze. Maybe a gearing afterwards, but really it's the shimikaze with the 15 really, really strong torpedoes that you just absolutely fear. And Eagle Lance there asserting his dominance on the A-cap, showing us all how to land torps and smoke.
The ironclad rule of World of Warships is smoke is a torpedo magnet, and King of the Sea is no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that neither RX-7 or the Worcester, name fails me right now, but neither of them had their hydro up going into that smoke initially. It's almost like they were just like, no, there's no way that any torpedoes can appear by now.
We'll be fine, guys. Trust me.
I'm pretty sure.
I think to me, what shocks me most about that mistake, Zach, is KSC already made that mistake on this map earlier today.
Yeah.
The same day. Now, it was different players. It was different players. But, somebody, whoever's the caller for that team has to be going. Right? They're like, what do you mean you took a torpedo? Ugh.
Not just one, took two.
Well, yeah. Just feels bad, man.
Something I think we should all acknowledge here is that with all weekend, it's been Nevsky and Venezia banned. Now, Nevsky and Venezia are those boats that do really well on that A-cap on North. And if you don't have those boats, you play the 9-10 line. KSC did that earlier when facing Bonks to great effect. They literally trapped a Kremlin in there, extracted their own, punished that Kremlin, punished that Stalingrad, won the 9-10 line. Here, they decided, nah, we'll just forget the 9-10 line. That'll be fine.
They shorted the 9-10 line.
Yeah.
You noticed, right? There were few. They were very outnumbered on that flank.
Yeah. I think that the Worcester DM combo just doesn't quite work out in wide open water the same way that a Nevsky or a Venezia works out. Again, on Hotspot, for example, it works out great because the engagement ranges are shorter, which means the things that are there can't really run away the same way that they can on the A-cap of North, where what's the Ohio do? Bye! He just takes off. And then you have to work your way through a Shimikaze in order to get to that Ohio. And if you leave that smoke to try and chase that Ohio or get that Shimikaze, that Ohio is going to put the hurt on you.
Yikes.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, Raptor, can you do me a big favor?
¿Qué pasa?
Would you mind saying masterclass, please?
Why?
It's a request from chat. They enjoy hearing it.
See, Raptor's gonna make an ASMR business. Have fun on your banana.
Your chat
Have
worries.
fun on your banana.
Your chat worries me, Zaf. Why don't you pass that along for me,
Gentlemen?
I don't need to. They'll hear it in 5 minutes.
We've got the replay. We're gonna go and take a look at how Game 3 ended up showing us vintage 07 vintage. All right, Ascans, take us away, will you?
Yeah, so Bravo going to be contested. We saw it before KSC with the Z52, not necessarily looking to take the cap, just looking to pressure the cap. Keep people interested, keep butts in the seats per se. We do see KSC trying to go for the smoke train over at A, and 07 really didn't commit any resources over there. You'll notice they're all on the 9-10 line. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships going down the 9-10 line. They gave away C because they didn't care. Why? Because they knew they were going to take it. Right. Meanwhile, over at A, 2 torps already landed into a Des Moines. More will be coming after. But the smoke train is trying to chase the Ohio. Question: why chase the Ohio? The Ohio's going to keep running, probably not going to get burned down outside of 1, maybe 2 heels. Couldn't they have just wrapped their Woosters in on the 4 line and tried to exert some pressure over B? Maybe try to bully back the Des Moines or something. But that's not what they did. And 07 took that time to bring the daring over from Bravo, get those cross torps in, start making life really unpleasant for that smoke train, and just drive them back. That keeps them bottles. And the guns of the Ohio are just waiting for those ships to pop out of smoke so they can slam them. Over on the 9-10 line, we saw They were able to send stuff through. They took the cap. They spent even more stuff going even further down. They just burned down a battleship in a way that the Woosters couldn't. Why? Because the Moskva they can chase. The Moskva can take the shells, unlike the Woosters that have to hide in that, play a little hide and go seek in the smoke cloud. Salem was able to burn from an island.
Deck, folks. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I mean, it can absorb so much punishment. Once they've claimed C, once they've gotten those two kills in the south, they've completely stalled the smoke push of KSC. There's nothing to do, and we see 07 has already wrapped it up. They had a full and clear understanding of exactly what their win condition was. They will take the 9-10 line, they will move over, and they will kill everything. And meanwhile, if you're going to try that smoky stuff with us, we got some torps for you, friend. Worked like a charm.
And they absolutely did. Now, we talked earlier about how does KSC beat 07 in these matchups. They have to do something. They know, generally speaking, most players and most clans and most teams cannot just out-trade 07. They're just too good at that. They're just too good. That's their motto. Sorry, it's not their motto. That's their mantra. So what do? Well, you need to have a clear and decisive plan of action. And I respect that in this match on North, KSC had that. They said, we're going to do smoke train through A, which can work. I just think that in this matchup, without Venezia, without Alexander Nevsky, with that long range and high velocity shells, and 12-kilometer radar, which could have pushed that Shimakaze away or trapped him. That's the key difference. Smoke cloud through A, through open water, does not work with Woosters and Des Moines. Maybe with Woosters? It's tough to say. Not on open water like that. So I think we need to head to Land of Fire. We need to head to the next match because it looks like our participants are ready. I'm sure they're getting tired. It's getting late. So let's try to go through Land of Fire here real quick. We've seen this map over and over today, Oskons. What do you think KSC needs to do to close this out and become the NA champs?
Well, I don't know which side are they spawning on. They are spawning on the Alpha side, which means the only way they're going to get a ship into the cap on Bravo is the top of that island. That has not worked out for them over and over again. I hope they avoid that play entirely. Maybe stick a Moskva up on the ABC D line or something with that rock that's a little bit safer, able to get some radar in there, able to kind of hold that off. Charlie, they need to watch the 10 line. We've seen people make plays against them on the 10 line, and as long as they're paying attention, hopefully they don't get surprised. Alpha, they're going to have to try and lock it down. 07, run the 10 line. Force the fight against KSC. Also, look to kill the cruiser that's moving up. And Alpha, well, I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm pretty sure they got a plan in store.
Sounds good. I think we're going to see a little fence shouting at A. However, we have seen Dastard in a Kremlin do some filthy things at A. That may be what they're planning on to try and wrap this up. Let's check it out. Game 4. Take it away, Seat Raptor. Take it away, Zath.